this is how you play a game of Dancing Queen. The game is set up like this. It is a two-player game. The main cards, there are only 9 of them. Now the idea of the game is you are going to a dance party and you can bring boys or girls to the party. You each have a different objective, and when you fulfill your objective, you will score points. So at the same time, you are trying to guess the objective of your opponent, and you want to prevent him or her from completing his or her objective. The first concept in the game is whenever you play a card, depending on how you play it, a card can be a girl or it can be a boy. Now, for example, when this player plays this card, because the girl is pointing at the opponent, then this is a girl. When the card is played like this, the boy is facing the opponent, then this is a boy. For this player, when the card is played like this, because the boy is pointing at the opponent, this is a boy and this is a girl. Both players will always have one lead dancer. They may have up to 3 backup dancers. The game is played over several rounds. Every round, when you win, you will gain 1 trophy. So in order to win the game, you need to win a total of 4 trophies. At the start of the round, shuffle all the cards and each player gets 1 card. You can look at your cards and decide which is the objective you want to complete. So every card has 2 halves. These are 2 different conditions that you will try to fulfill. The difference between a lead dancer and a backup dancer is that only the conditions on lead dancer will matter. For the backup dancers, only the gender will matter. So up front, you need to decide whether do you want to be a boy or do you want to be a girl. And the players will choose their lead dancers this way. They decide the gender and then they reveal at the same time. The disco ball is with this player, so this player will go first. On your turn, you only have 2 options. Do you want to draw a card or do you want to pass? Let's say this player wants to draw a card. The first thing you must remember to do, before you draw a card, if you have the disco ball, you must surrender it to the opponent. You then draw 1 card. You look at the card. You never hold any card in hand. So when you draw a card, you are going to play it. You may play it as a backup dancer, as a boy or as a girl, or you may make this your new lead dancer and your lead dancer will become a backup dancer. Once this is done, then it is the opponent's turn. Let's say the opponent wants to draw a card as well, surrender the disco ball, and then draw a card. And this card eventually must be played. One rule about backup dancers, when they are paired, they can never be broken up. So for example, if this player decides to draw a card and to change the lead dancer, so you do not slide it this way. Instead, this goes here and then this comes here. Now, let's say at this moment, this player feels that he's confident that he can win. So he may decide he wants to pass. When you pass, you do not need to surrender the disco ball. So when 2 players pass consecutively, then you will review the lead dancers, check their conditions, and see who has more points. Whoever has more points will win a trophy. In the case of ties, then this is a tiebreaker. So if they are tied, this player will win because he has the disco ball. Another situation when a round can end is that when this player has fewer cards than the opponent. When he decides to pass, because he has fewer cards, the round will end immediately. So you reveal your dancers and decides who wins this round. The last condition that a round can end is when there are 8 dancers on the dance floor. Once the dance floor is full, then you will reveal your lead dancers and see who wins the round. Now let's look at one of these cards. All these cards have different conditions. You refer to the reference sheets to see what they mean and how they score points. When you fulfill a condition, you will score points. If you don't fulfill it, you score nothing. some cards have a star icon. That means an instant win condition. When you achieve that condition, for example, in the case of What is Love, when there are 3 boys and 1 girl in play, you reveal it immediately and you win the round. You do not need to wait for passing. Notice that this card, at the top right corner, there is a rotate icon. This is available on the boy side, but not on the girl side. Now, what this does is, when you play this card, for example, you play this card as a boy, you can choose to use the rotate icon. You can use that to change your lead dancer from a girl to a boy, or you can change your backup dancer, or you can even change your opponent's backup dancer. You can only change 1 card, and you are not allowed to touch your opponent's lead dancer. Now, this rotate power, you can only use it the moment you play the card. If you decide not to use it, you cannot later come back to say you now want to use it. So each round that you win, you would claim 1 trophy. So whenever a player claims the 4th trophy, then that player wins the game.